Julian just mentioned, I know B.J. Anderson mentioned it, from what he's seen on the opposite side, the depth improvement, especially at the end. What have you seen in that regard?
Well, without a doubt, one thing we've been very fortunate to this year is, and this goes back to last year recruiting, we knew we needed to add speed to our edge. All right, and our biggest priority, our biggest deficiency last year to me was speed on the edge of our defense at the defensive end spot. So we went out and tried to find the best we could find, and obviously signed a good group of them, which have added speed and depth to our defense, which is a huge plus, and increased the speed of our defense overall. So it's been good getting those young guys out there. Our young guys are bringing energy to practice. They're bringing speed and athleticism to practice, and to me that improves the whole tempo how we do things on defense.
Do you have a sense about how many of those 4 freshmen on the D-line you might need to play right away?
Well, it's 5 freshmen, but
5, that's right.
it's too early to tell right now. The good thing is what we're doing is they're all getting reps. Some guys getting reps with the ones, some guys getting reps with the twos, but they're all getting reps every day, and it's a good problem to have. Like I said, back in 2012 we were 1 deep. There wasn't this problem. In 2013 we were 1 deep. We didn't have this problem. For the first time since I've been here, we're going to have at least a 2 deep, maybe 2.5 deep. So it's a good problem to have. It's the first time we had this problem since I've been here, and I don't really consider it a problem. I consider it a plus, a blessing. So we're going to make sure through all the scrimmages, especially the scrimmage we have Saturday, we'll really grade it hard, and that's more of the game time environment. We get an initial idea from watching them practice and do the things on the football field during the week, what they can do, but it's just like quizzes and tests. We're going to test them on Saturday and see what they can do. After Saturday scrimmage, we'll get a good evaluation to kind of know where to place these guys, because again, it's a good issue we have right now, having a lot of young guys that are eager to play.
How much do you lean on Julian and Alonzo as this defense looks to improve? And that starts with you guys up front,
right,
to be leaders.
Well, it's critical. I mean, we don't have, we don't have any seniors on our defensive line. All right, we don't have seniors that have played for us. We have a lot of young guys. I mean, the majority of our group right now are freshmen and sophomores across the board, especially in the defensive line. So to have some older guys that are juniors that have played a lot, I think 2 things have happened. Number one, they've enjoyed trying to take a leadership role on their football team, including make sure guys are watching film, make sure guys are breaking down film on their own, make sure guys are getting in the cold tub after practice, the little things that you need to do as a leader. And they're enjoying it. They're thriving on it. So the leadership we're getting from those guys, along with some other guys on our defense, helps the whole defense. But I especially like it from our guys up front.
How's Jay Arnold progressing and developing, and what are you going to do with him?
Well, he started off strong. He's still, not 100%, I don't think, from his shoulder. He's still trying to work through that. But he's going to be fine. He's a tough kid. He works his tail off. He's 285 pounds right now. We just got to keep working to get him healthy, because, again, he is coming off major surgery last year. So he's going to be fine, but it's one of those issues where you just don't want to start him too fast, beat him up, and not have him for the season.
I know y'all just starting and everything. Could you ever envision a scenario this year where you'd have Deshaun and Miles playing at the same time?
We got enough numbers where we have a chance to have all kind of fun combinations, as they say. So we'll look at it. We'll figure out exactly how to do things. Obviously in passing situations, you want your 2 best rush guys out there. So whoever our 2 best rush guys on our football team, those guys will be our edge guys when it comes August 28th when we play South Carolina. So that's obviously a possibility if those are our 2 best guys.
Early impressions of Miles? Oh, sorry.
How do you feel about the way things are coming along in the interior?
We're coming along fine. Wish we had a few more numbers in there, but the guys that we have are continue to work hard and get better. I think, Alonzo's gained 25 pounds since last year. I think he's playing more physical, more confident. Hardrick Walkers is around 300 pounds, so he's been consistent with his weight. Jacobin's a big guy. I mean, getting Ivan back in the swing of things. He's starting to feel healthier and healthier every day. So we're starting to get there as far as our depth and our numbers inside. And all those guys are working hard trying to determine who the best group of guys is. But the key is this year, because we have numbers, it's not like in the past where, that first group's going to play 70 to 108 snaps a game like we did against Louisiana Tech a couple years ago. We're going to have a chance to roll some guys, keep some guys fresh, and that makes for a better defense.
What has Miles done to confirm that he's as good as you thought he was when you recruited him?
Well, we're still going to obviously, Saturday's test day. We'll see what happens on test day.
What's he done so far?
Well, he's had a good start to practice. He is an extremely strong young man, very, very physical, very strong, but he also gives you that juice off the edge, what you need. He has really good juice off the edge. He has a good set of pass rush moves, so we're going to keep on working him and see how it turns out Saturday. But he's a young man that we're excited about, and along with the rest of our young guys we signed, and he'll get a chance to sign on Saturday. But he's done some good things out there.
Yesterday, the offensive line guys talked about how they're getting to see different things this year from the defensive line. Bull rush, speed rush, like
Right.
Can you address that a little bit?
I sure can. You take a guy like Deshaun Hall, who was 219, 220. I mean, at 6'6", he couldn't bull rush last year. All right. Some of our inside guys were 270 pounds instead of 300 pounds. They physically couldn't bull rush last year. So with added weight gain by a lot of our inside guys and outside guys, it makes them stronger and more physical where they can power rush. Because, again, you can't be a great rusher unless you can power and speed guys. Last year we were so small, we only had one option, and that's like a pitcher throwing fastballs the whole game long. Eventually you're going to catch up with it. So bigger, stronger guys have a chance to do both kind of rushes, and both kind of rushes can be effective in the ball game.
One guy that maybe we're not really too terribly familiar with, Darrell Jackson. Tell us a little bit about him, kind of how he wound up here and what you've seen from him so far.
Well, I mean, it's a unique story. He was a high school safety at Houston-Madison, was actually offered by Terry Joseph in Nebraska as a safety, broke his leg his senior year, fell off the radar, went to Blinn, and grew to 6'5", 230 pounds. So they put him down in a three-point stance. He learned how to rush. As he made that transition, they redshirted him. So he still has 4 years left. Still needs to develop physically, but he's 6'5", 230, long arms, long legs, and very, very, very quick. So, with him having 4 years left, we're going to try to find a spot for him because he does have speed and athleticism coming off the edge. So we'll try to find a spot for him.